This image was included in a narrative series that depicts a college student and her struggle with studying and getting assignments done, and the pressures that come along with that. The first couple images are of this female, with a laptop in hand, obviously trying to get some work done. Then she becomes frustrated and starts having problems focusing. One thing leads to another, and she eventually feels all of the pressure coming down on her at once. She turns to pills and alcohol to relieve the stress, which is obviously never the answer. She creates a narrative through the progression of a character and eventually reveals a climax where the student has resorted to all of the wrong things. I commend her visual progression and would like to see the manipulation of props and the background be elevated so that the storyline is the main focus. The character being in the foreground with the subject matter that is necessary to portray the story is great. The attention to detail and progression of each image is what works best for the series. But the background is distracting and takes away from the success of these images. The background is a living room with couches, a TV, rugs, and even a vacuum. And with all of these different things, it becomes easy for the viewer to get distracted and pulled away from the message these images are trying to get across. So one thing that I would change is to have a white sheet or a flat background that is empty so that the focus is entirely on the student and what she is going through. One thing that I appreciate from this image and the series as a whole is that it, to an extent, accurately shows the struggles of some college students and what they go through. And many people have no idea that it can be this hard on a student. One thing I think could be taken away from this narrative series is that there are a lot of choices one could make in their journey through college. But resorting to drugs and alcohol should never be a solution to any problem. There are other people that are going through the same exact struggle that you may be going through, and some actually have it worse. If you know or see someone who is having a rough time, then reach out to them and see if you can help in any way before they go too far and put their life at jeopardy. Another thing that I think could be improved about these images is the attention to props. They are a bit messy, and they seem to be just scattered and placed on the table so that the camera can see them. But if it was manipulated in a way such that the bottle was near her hand, or the pills were laid out across by closer to her other hand, so that it tells a story that she had been reaching for them, or she had taken them, or that she had just put the bottle down. It would add even more insight to the photo and make the viewer that much more curious and question the photo and the series more.